Good, happy Monday evening. I'm Riley King. Welcome to this Monday evening edition of Sports with Riley King. Let's get started right now. First up, the Boston Red Sox. They had a game yesterday, and the final score of the Boston Red Sox game yesterday, Kansas City Royals 13 and Boston Red Sox 5. The Kansas City Royals won the game yesterday. Kansas City Royals are 44-65, and Boston Red Sox are 54-56. Boston Red Sox have tonight off. They play tomorrow against the Braves at 7:10 p.m. tomorrow. Let's go Boston Red Sox. Hopefully they can win tomorrow night's game. Bruins agree to one-year deal with Patrice Bergeron. A star player who has spent nearly 2 decades with the Bruins will continue his NHL career in Boston. Forward Patrice Bergeron, 37, signed a one-year deal with the Bruins worth $2.5 million plus another $2.5 million in performance-based initiatives, the team announced. Bergeron, the team captain, is entering his 19th season in the league, all with the Bruins. Bergeron had 25 goals and 40 assists with a plus 16 rating last season. Bergeron was the finalist for the Silk Trophy given annually to forwards who excel defensively. He has won the award 4 times previously. He's in the top 5 in team history in several categories, including games played and game-winning goals and goals, assists, and points. Bill Belichick praises Matt's work ethic with Patriots teammates. Let's take a listen to that video from NESN Sports.
Great, yeah. Matt's got a lot of good energy. Loves football, plays hard. You know, came in obviously as a very experienced player, like all the UFAs do. You know, with at least 4 years. In a system, good system in Baltimore, and so, like I said, he has good energy, anxious to learn. Gave us a lot of productive plays. Was able to work well with his teammates like LG and Gottschall and. Barmore was another young player last year, and then Dan later in the year, Carl Davis, and, the other defensive ends and outside linebackers, some of whom are here, some of whom aren't here. But, he works well with everybody and is a good communicator and a good, tough physical football player.
Okay, and there you go on that video. Are the Red Sox playoff hope over this season? Let's take a listen to that video from NBC Sports Boston.
Native! Clean, simple, effective deodorant. It's not a myth, it's native.
Farewell, expensive fitness gear. I can't afford you.
Don't give up the things you love. State Farm has rates that fit your budget.
Amazing!
Oh.
Jason Mastronato of the Boston Herald joining us in studio. They should have won 3 of 4 against that horrible team. Instead, they went in the other direction. They're now 2 games under 500. You're seeing your wild card standings right here. They have now dropped to 5 games back of Seattle for that 3rd and final wild card spot. And they're obviously headed in the wrong direction. Jason Mastronato of the Herald, why are they playing so horribly?
I mean, it all starts with pitching, I think. And what we've seen, especially since the trade deadline, is not just as the starting pitching kind of gone south, where Nathan Eovaldi, where's the velocity? We haven't seen it since he came back from the injury list. Cutter Crawford, suddenly for the first time, now that Christian Vasquez is gone, Crawford goes out there and has a terrible game. So it starts with the pitching. And if you look at it, Mike, too, on Thursday night, They go to Darwinzon Hernandez in a big spot with lefties coming up. Well, who should have been in that spot with lefties coming up? The lefty that they've been using, Jake Diekman, just got traded for a catcher because they had to replace Christian Vasquez. So there's been a lot of mixing and matching going on in this bullpen. They didn't address the pitching needs because Chaim Bloom said, we have enough coming up in AAA. The guy comes up from AAA and gives it up in the 7th on Thursday, and it was all downhill from there.
So is this an example of Chaim Bloom de-emphasizing this year for the future? They're developing him, or, you know, they're repping him at the major league level when he's not ready because they're more concerned about down the line than they are this season. Is that an example of that?
Of course, and we've seen it. I mean, 2 months ago, we were watching Jaron Duran screw up in center field. Meanwhile, the guy to his left is a Gold Glove center fielder who was not in center field, and we were wondering, why isn't Jackie Bradley Jr. playing center field? Now listen, I understand why JBJ got cut. He wasn't hitting, he wasn't making much of an impact. I get it. But if you look at the last month, Jaron Duran's been just as bad as Jackie Bradley Jr. was at the plate, but one of them's a Gold Glove outfielder, and the other can't catch a routine fly ball. So I still think JBJ should have been playing center field a month ago when Kike Hernandez went down. I'd still have JBJ playing center field. I absolutely think Jaron Duran is here because it's all about next year. It's all about the future.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And that did it for this evening edition of Sports with Riley King. Thank you for tuning in and watching. Have a great evening, and good night.